Alright guys, welcome to another Age of Empires forecasted game. This time we have Kaiser Johan playing as the Byzantines in the color green against his opponent Striker playing as Jeanne in the color purple. Kaiser Johan, a player that has been conqueror for a good time, and I was checking his match history, not like the last days, but a few months. You know, you can check a graph in AO4 World, and he had a very interesting development where, you know, he was like your, I wouldn't say average, but it's like Conqueror 2, Conqueror 3 player, I believe, for the last months, even almost a year, maybe August actually, from last year. I don't quite remember. But in the last month, he has been spiking the elo. Going from 1.5k average, 1.6 to 2k actually. He's in 2000 now. 2000 is a very, very big difference. Like if you're wondering between what's the difference between Conqueror 3 player, like a fresh new Conqueror 3 player, 1.6k elo against 2000. That's like saying the difference between Gold 1. It will be Platinum 1 against Conqueror 1. That's the difference in elo. That's the difference in elo. But it's just really hard to see because you don't have a badge in the higher elos. I actually was thinking, like, wouldn't be cool that the top players, you know, like 2000 elo or more, get their own badge? Wouldn't that be cool? I just haven't figured out the name yet. Like, Conqueror already feels pretty damn cool to me. You don't really go for the Grandmaster and this kind of stuff here in this game. You know, League of Legends and other types of games, they do have different, they have so many tiers because of the big elo difference that there are. Age of Empires, on the other hand, Age of Empires 4, we are just starting to see a new wave of players that are emerging, such as these two guys, where they're just hitting 2000 elo, just, you know, that's their new average. So it's like, it wouldn't be cool to have a new badge for them. How would you call them? Let me know in the comments. And by the way, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to give a like if you're enjoying them, and subscribe if you want to watch more Age of Empires 4 content, more pretty much casted games from top level players like this ones. It will be really cool. It will be really cool to have it. But anyway, Byzantines are already there with the Grand Winery. Berries in the back, which is something really good for him, especially because Jeanne will try to harass with that knight. It's good to have the berries in the back. They're a little bit exposed. Still, quite a few of them, you know, are susceptible for raiding, I will say. So, gotta be careful here. Gotta be really careful. Meanwhile, an outpost already on the way for the gold. Looks like he's prioritizing the gold, and most likely he will want to play this in the castle age. We have seen Byzantines going to semi-fast castle these days. I think last season was they really wanted to play in the Feudal age for a long time, just because they can mass units a lot and then go to castle and then you know, get those farms. Now we see with a cataphract buff, a lot of more incentive for players to go play with some cataphracts as soon as possible, and they're just going for, you know, just go for a castle age as soon as they can, get some free units from the mercenary contract, and they will be good to go. Meanwhile, first knight already on the queue. Jeanne probably on its way to get the board, probably. I don't know, it's gonna be a tower rush. And I don't know if a striker knows this. Let's take a look. Oh no. Well, probably he does. He's trying to tower rush, actually. He's trying to tower rush the gold, apparently. I mean, there's no other way. Like, why are you here? Or just gather enough experience just to level up Jeanne and then just you know, take it from there. Oh my god. Okay, so it's an archer range. It's a proxy archer range. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff indeed. We're gonna see some archers coming soon. Limitane already coming there for Kaiser Johan very soon, as the barracks finish. So he's gonna be having the answer at the same time. This is a visionary, man. This guy is a visionary. At the same time, Knight will go there, try to harass here in the berry bushes. Still not enough olive oil to get those mercenaries, but I feel like it's not gonna be an issue for him. It's not really gonna be an issue for Striker. Meanwhile, attacking with 2 knights at the same time. Probably these villagers are gonna go down, and indeed that's the power of having 2 places attacking at the same time. So Kaiser Johan was distracted here with the attack on the berries, and he lost a villager on the gold. Aklitoy already up for those villagers, so they're gonna be scaring that knight. And Striker loses 1 knight. It's gonna be scouting around the berries just to check if he can find something. Let's take a look at Striker's point of view. Should be having some archers really soon. And talking about archers, John Dark is another archer. It's John Dark the Hunter, so he's gonna be able to snipe those Limitane, and looks like another knight will potentially go down for Striker. Not the best for sure. You don't want to lose that many early knights very early on. Meanwhile, farm transition for Kaiser Johan start to happen. And mercenary house is gonna be javelin throwers. I like this move, especially because your opponent, you already see the archers, so javelin throwers is just gonna be very tanky against them. And another snipe from John Dark. John Dark just sniping villagers here and there. Very annoying. This just a couple of archers. That's good enough. It is just good enough to take down those Limitane. You don't need like a mass or anything. Just a couple of them, and with this divine arrow, you can just snipe villagers if you want. Now, first batch of javelin throwers coming soon. Kaiser Johan just needs to hold for the moment. As soon as the javelin throwers come, then suddenly those archers are not that scary anymore. Looks like another villager went down here apparently. It's not a good time to be Kaiser Johan. He's getting pressure from all the angles. Getting pressure from all the angles indeed. Now javelin throwers are out. And indeed they're gonna be able to scare. Look at the damage. Plenty of damage to John Dark. Snipes the archer. Scares the knight. Very nice. Very nice. You know, the longer you don't kill the Byzantine player, the stronger he gets. I mean, that's true for every Sith, right? But with Byzantines, just because they have access to mercenaries, it feels like their economy is just much better, but it's just not. They just have free units. Just like that. And unlike the Ottoman, they don't need a huge investment to start pumping units. You just get the first batch of olive oil, deliver, and there you go. Now suddenly your army is way bigger. It should be like pretty even, but now with the javelin towers here, I think he should be good enough to go castle. I don't know if that's still his plan. Let's take a look at Striker's base. He actually went for a second town center. By the time we were looking at the harassment, we didn't even take a look at what he was doing, and he's actually went for a second town center. That's gonna put him ahead. I like this a lot. It's like a little bit of aggression, a little bit of poking here and there, and at the same time going for that second town center next to the deer. He's gonna be able to have plenty of food for the meantime. Meanwhile, we're already almost 10 minutes into the game. Let's take a look at the income per minute. Limited 8 just getting upgraded. And looks like Kaiser Johan will find the archery range. He's like, what are you doing here? Look who we found. And indeed, he already have a stable. so he's gonna be having the answer for the archers. Although I would say javelin towers already do a very good job. So yeah, it doesn't hurt, I guess. It doesn't hurt to have those horsemen on the party. The problem is those royal knights are just gonna be really annoying. So archer range will go down for sure. Archer goes out before the archer range goes down. Now try to do a run by, try to get a villager, doesn't get it. Now this is a number of knights you really need to pay attention, and this is when you play against a knight civ like this one. You really want to put some walls, because at least for me, like, it's really hard to keep track of everything that is going on in the map. You really need a wall like this, just so that you can, maybe you cannot fully wall yourself, but at least if you can limit the number of areas where they can actually come and do a run by, that's actually very good. Like, you only need to take a look here, for example, and maybe, I don't know, maybe you already wall here. Let's be honest, it's really hard to wall this in this map, at least for the layout. Striker have it easier, have a couple of wood lines here, can wall here, and then suddenly you just only have this area here. And Kaiser Johan going for a counter attack already with plenty of horsemen. Limitane gonna be trying to catch up those knights, but not gonna happen. Javelin Tower is not really in range, ironically. And just the horsemen just trying to take down the archers, but they will take down Jeanne for sure. Actually, Jeanne, there you go. Jeanne goes down. Javelin towers doing a really good job at tanking that damage. Even have +1 range armor, so they're just gonna be under the outpost the whole day. The problem is not many Limitane around those royal knights, so you gotta be careful not to lose your javelin throwers against them. Looks like it was a fair trade. It was a fair trade for Kaiser Johan. Still more javelin throwers coming for him thanks to the olive oil, and looks like Striker, I don't know if he wants to go castle. I don't think so. He needs to be sure like he won't die, and he's just gonna be pumping more knights, because knights is just gonna be the best unit you have in the Feudal Age. You're gonna take advantage of that. Outpost coming with emplacements soon. Arrows lead emplacements, and probably does Kaiser Johan knows about the TC? He probably does, but because the observer mode sucks, we cannot really know about that. As soon as you change the player's perspective, you lose the information that they saw. So thank you Debs. Thank you for not updating the observer mode for so long. But anyway, siege engineering are right there for Kaiser Johan, because he's gonna be pushing here. He already have an objective. Let's push the town center, because we are behind. We not only have fewer villagers than him, we lost 6, so we need to take down the second town center or it's just gonna get out of hand. The only thing that is saving him at this point is the fact that it's Byzantines. So just the fact that you can get those free units out for you is just really good. It's just really good. Javelin throwers gonna snipe a villager alive for another one. And after all this time, this is just the first villager Kaiser Johan just kills. Cataphrag just gonna push here in the gold. He still have another relatively safe gold, so he needs to push into the town center next, probably. Now horseman gonna be pulling back for now. Jeanne gonna try to snipe some villagers. Outpost coming down. Our archers gonna be good enough. Knights try to snipe those javelin towers, but they get chased by the Limitane, and Limitane just chasing the knight forever, leaving only the javelin towers against these archers. Looks like they're gonna pull him back for now. They do have +1 range attack, so they're gonna be doing fine. They're gonna be doing fine. The problem is who deals with the knights. Like, you gotta keep chasing those guys the whole time, otherwise it's just gonna be really bad for you. Looks like Kaiser is gonna lose his chiropractor, and Striker just getting quite a big archer mass, to be honest. Slow but steady, starting to get there. Not so much scary from the knight point of view. Oh my god, against a knight thief with no walls, I will be extremely paranoid. I wouldn't be able to look away for a second. Especially at this level where the players just, you know, just raid constantly. They're really good at that, at multitasking. And knights finally get their shot at the javelin throwers. Jeanne d'Arc goes down, unfortunately won't be able to level up. Hopefully we see her again soon. Not enough gold for Striker to bring her back. That's quite a lot of experience she lost there. Quite a lot of experience Jeanne d'Arc is not getting. But in any case, Striker, this was a good fight for him. We already see 25 against 10 military units. And we're talking about the Byzantines here. Usually it's the Byzantines who have quite a lot of units. So he's pulling back from now. He's pulling back and has a lot of villagers on gold. Probably thinking about the Najab. Striker may be smelling this, so... Hey, you know what? We took a good fight. We either go castle ourselves or we just strike again. And by the nickname, I have a feeling he's just gonna strike. Looks like the archers alone, this is really dangerous. You know, just if Kaiser did see them, I think he didn't. There's no scout here, so he didn't have the vision to check where the archers were. If he did see them, archers will go down. But indeed, it's not the archers that will be going down. It's just gonna be a little bit of a split. I don't know why. Maybe it's like kind of baiting. Like, follow my archers and then the knights will go from the back. Like that kind of thing. I'm not really sure. But there are a lot of Limitane, so you gotta be careful here. And indeed, the archer comes here, and now the horseman will do a run by, but knight scared the horseman, and he just keeps guiding. Knights do a really good charge attack. Archers trying to snipe those Limitane. And Limitane numbers back to 5. Meanwhile, knight numbers still very good for him. 7 so far. Not looking really bad. Archer numbers still very healthy for Striker. And he still has plenty of knights for himself. And not enough Limitane from the opponent to take them down. So he's just gonna be pushing now. Like, you already have the knights, you might as well push this advantage for you. And knights will just do very well against those horsemen. You just need to take care of the Limitane, and you're gonna be having a good time. Kaiser, all this time, even while he was fighting, he was macroing for going that castle, and he's pretty much halfway there. A Striker, meanwhile, with a very solid economy. Already, we're talking about 72 villagers. Already have a lot of space for putting that keep here. Houses will need to be sacrificed, unfortunately. But already there with the farm transition, having the time of his life. And I think he's in a good position to go castle. And I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to the Royal Institute here. He's having 5 knights in queue. Like, if he keeps having fights like this, you can have enough knights so that you can get advantage of the Royal Institute. You can buff those knights, have, you know, extra HP. And now another engagement here. Knight's gonna be in the back. Gonna be careful not to lose those archers, but Jeanne d'Arc doing plenty of DPS on the back as well. Can already call the champions here, tanking the damage for her. And this changed everything. Jeanne d'Arc in level 3. just makes it really hard for you to push. I mean, this is not a melee version, so it's not like super tanky, but still you can just call these champions, heal the units, and have plenty of HP. This is just a nice DPS, nice unit to have by your side. Huh? Look at the LOD. Oh my god. If you don't know what LOD is like, it's called level of detail. They usually swap the models depending on how far you view them, because you don't need as much detail. But you can clearly see like JD's horse ass. It's just getting bigger with the zoom in and zoom out. Very, very evident. But anyway, small little things. Kaiser Johan still praying to survive. Problem is, will he have enough gold for upgrades and whatever when he ages up? Will he even be able to age up? A striker already there with pretty much that's a lot of knights, to be honest. That's a lot of knights. He's getting the latest blacksmith upgrades he needs. John Dark gonna be pulling back for now. And this looks like a really good fight for strikers. Still have 40, 48, 46 military units. Plenty of archers, 35 so far. More of them just gathering here. This was a very, very good fight for him. Looks like he's not really interested in going into the castle age yet. He's pumping more knights. And Kaiser Johan with a little bit of a delay on his castle age. Things got out of control here. Like, he was mining gold to get that golden horn tower. The problem is when just the opponent just stops your plans, you gather that gold, and then now what? Because you already have upgrades. I don't want to spend the gold on upgrades. I just want to age up, and just suddenly you have a resource that could have easily be spent on more units. And indeed, it is the Royal Institute is coming somewhere in this map. There you go. Royal Institute gonna buff those knights. Only 9 so far in the field. Not the scariest number, but Royal Institute will just give like, I think it will be like 300 something HP in total for the Royal Knight. Like, it's gonna jump from from Royal Knight to 200 something HP, and then go to 300 something with the Royal Institute as soon as Royal Bloodlines is there. Chivalry coming soon as well. And our striker, it's in the castle age. Golden Horn Tower building in the back of the base. Gonna be finished soon. Now remember, Byzantines can actually get those upgrades really fast. The problem is he doesn't have the gold yet. He doesn't have the gold for that. He does have a wall here, so his gold gonna be kind of protected, unless just, you know, the knights just run without worrying. And indeed, all the scary upgrades are coming for striker. It's gonna be the veteran Royal Knights, veteran Archers, and Royal Bloodlines. 35% extra HP. So just gonna wait for those upgrades. It's gonna be giving plenty of time for Kaiser Johan to actually, you know, stabilize. You know, he does have like a less economy than striker, but he does have olive oil and 3 units from the Golden Horn Tower. You cannot really underestimate the power of it. It's just something that numbers just don't make sense here. And also, he will be able to get all those upgrades soon. As soon as he gets the gold, he just needs to grab a little bit of gold, upgrade those units, upgrade all those, especially those limited A. Javelin throwers are already there, they're already veteran. But now, striker is coming here with 15 knights. Are gonna be having Royal Bloodlines soon. And they're gonna just do a run by, but this doesn't look like a run by. These guys are gonna be having like 300 HP. No +2 range armor yet, but still they still have, these guys are just gonna be so tanky. So tanky. Royal Bloodlines is already here, 310 HP. Second town center coming up for Kaiser Johan. Looks like Knight's gonna be pulling back for now. Is mining enough? Mining stone for a keep? Just get those discount. Never mind. The John Dark doesn't have those discounts. They have consecrated stuff. They just get cheaper units here. And the Knight's trying to break down here. Meanwhile, I don't Limitane upgraded. Not yet. Limitane is not upgraded. You need to upgrade those Limitane against those Royal Knights. These are pretty much almost like elite Knights. Almost like that. Not quite, but very close. Very, very close. And now Cataphract joined the party, and as well as Camel Riders, Limitane. Somehow Kaiser Johan still have a very good army, but at the same time Royal Knights will just come here. I will just start raiding everywhere. Meanwhile, big fight coming here. Archer's gonna be taking down pretty much everywhere here. Look at the fight. Jeanne d'Arc pretty much cleaning everything. That's just too many archers. And +2 range attack made all the difference for him. 9 attack for each arrow. That makes a huge difference. And horsemen were not even upgraded yet. Meanwhile, Striker just killing those units. Just sending those knights. Gonna be repairing the wall, but the knights will just enter just in time. And at the same time, Striker striking from the east side of the map with plenty of archers, +2 range armor coming soon. And he's having a lot of momentum, especially these knights are not leaving anytime soon. These knights are just very, very tanky. This is... we don't usually see the Royal Institute in action these days, just because a lot of people like to play with the... what was the other name of the other Landmark that give you enough resources? But hey, Royal Institute in action, guys. Very, very cool. Very, very good game. Well played by these two guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.